Hey friends, Dash here again. Hey, today I'm gonna share with you about my 5-foot King Cutter box blade. I produced another video before when I first bought it, and since then I've got to use it once on my driveway. I graded it. This was a few weeks ago, and it turned out all right. But I didn't record it because I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. And so now that I have a feel for it, I want to demonstrate and share with you some tips and tricks on adjusting the top link to get the cut right. And by no means am I an expert, but for those of you that are looking at buying a box blade, I'll talk about mine in particular. And mine's a 5-footer, and it's a professional series from King Cutter. Most of the subcompact tractors have a 4-foot one, and I'll tell you a little bit why I went with the 5-foot again, and just share with you my experience with it and show you some action footage, and hope you learn something and hope you like it. One of the major problems that I have is that my driveway slopes down, and that's fine, but the skirt in front of my garage, the concrete skirt, also slopes down. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but right where the two connect in the middle there is where I get most of my puddling, and then it doesn't drain appropriately, so I end up dragging a lot of dirt and mud inside the garage, and then therefore it ends up inside the house and it becomes a whole mess. So eventually I want to fix that and add gravel there so that it drains better, put a crown on it so that it drains off to the side, and hopefully that'll help my solution here. Friends, I'm going to put a ribbon up on top in the upper right hand corner. I already did a video on connecting this box blade to a Harbor Freight Quick Hitch. There are a few different modifications that you're likely going to have to make if you buy this model. So before you buy one, or before you combine these two items, be sure to check it out. Hey, a couple of things about using a box blade. So one of the most important aspects is the angle or the tilt of it. Now with many implements you're going to have to do this, is adjust that top link. If you shorten that top link, the box blade will sit like this, and when you drag it forward, that front edge or the front blade will dig in, and that will cause the box to fill up with dirt. So that's a very aggressive cut, and you're going to dig deeper the shorter you have the top link. And that's exactly what I'm demonstrating here. Notice the behavior of the box blade when that angle is tilted all the way forward. This is the most aggressive cut that it can make, and it fills that box up very quickly. Depending on how loose the soil is, it takes about a 2 to 3 inch cut at every pass, and it leaves a nice, smooth, flat finish. Here I'm using the same approach. My goal is to take multiple passes right where the V of the driveway is to make it more pronounced, helping the water flow down my driveway much better. I took about, I don't know, 6 or 7 passes through here. If you extend the top link, it makes the box blade sit backwards, so that when it goes forward, that back blade will drag. Notice how extending the top link makes the box blade lean towards the back. This causes the edge, the front edge, to be above the ground. Notice how the box blade doesn't fill up with material like the other method. It will still collect some by shaving off the high spots of the landscape, but then it allows redistribution of the material through the back. You'll see rocks start to fall, and you'll see them start to disappear from the inside of the box. This helps leave a nice smooth surface, and I really love this method. I sped up these next few clips just to demonstrate how this method will smooth out my driveway. It did a great job. So that's the basics of how this works. It's really quite simple. The other option is that you can actually angle the box blade so that it sits this way or this way, and that helps you dig swales. And that's what I did here. I didn't get that on video today, but before, what I did is I would angle the box blade so that it would dig at an angle basically, and therefore create a V shape. And then therefore there comes my swale. In order to do that, you would just adjust this side arm. That's pretty easy to do. You can adjust it up and down. Okay, a couple other things to note about the box blade. I chose this 5-footer. I wanted it a little bit wider, simply because it would help me cover the tire tracks. Now you can get a 4-footer, 48-inch one, and that will still cover your tire tracks. And if you don't have extra weight for the front, I would recommend the 48 or the 4-foot one, simply because it's not that the tractor doesn't have enough power to pull it, it's that it doesn't have enough weight. So if you can put some dirt, I have some sandbags in the front loader, that will help keep the front tires from slipping so much. And when you get that 5-footer full of dirt, or you know, here I have a mixture of rock and kind of black dirt, I guess. When you get that sucker full, you can't pull it. And so that's the benefit of a 4-footer versus a 5-foot. And this is exactly what I mean in this clip right here. Notice how full it got right away, and it stops me in my tracks, not due to a lack of power, but due to a lack of traction. Now I'll have to back up a little bit, take the top half and spread it out that way. For me, it's not a big deal, but for some of you, that might be a deal breaker. In the wintertime, when you use the box blade for snow removal, which I use it very often, what I like about it is that I can scrape the skirts of driveways without using my loader to you know, back drag, because then all the snow kind of seeps around the side of it and I end up making multiple passes. So when you use the box blade for snow removal, that 5-foot, that extra foot, is beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions on box blades. I really love this one so far. It's built super well. I not only use it, I keep it on most of the time because it's good ballast for me as well. The extra width is something I have to be aware of when maneuvering around tight spaces, because now I'm not only 4 feet wide, I'm 5 feet wide. So that adds a little bit. But I love the box blade. It's great. It does everything I need it to. I didn't show you the ripper teeth today, but those work really great as well. So you might see that on some future projects when I'm in Wisconsin. So, all right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.